we'll be doing today is tonight doing a stuffed burger for Father Dear when he comes home, so it's going to be exciting. We were inspired by Darius Williams in regards to this stuffed burger. Now it's not the same. We do not claim that it turns out as delicious as his, but it did give us the inspiration to try this recipe tonight. Furthermore, we're going to be doing Shabbat prep on Friday, kind of starting that into today, going into Friday. On Shabbat, we have a lot of things planned. We're going to do like a potato casserole. Then we're going to do Darius Williams macaroni and cheese. And don't worry, family, for all of you who are asking, wait, what about the rennet and the cheese? Don't worry. It's going to be organic, non-GMO, vegetarian rennet mac and cheese. Yeah, it's about to be awesome. After that, we're going to do good old-fashioned barbecue beans, lay out some snacks, put all this in the crock pot so you won't be cooking on Shabbat, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So we invite you to come along with the ride for us, and we're gonna start all of this cooking with some stuffed hamburgers. Oh yeah, so about to get intense. All praise to the Most High, and come join us.
All right. Let's get this show on the road. So, first and foremost, you're gonna need some good old-fashioned ground beef. We got ours from Costco. And you're gonna need some of this organic, no salt seasoning. Now, I'm gonna show you all the other seasoning that you're gonna need for this recipe. But particularly that, if you do have a Costco, I love that stuff. I put this stuff everywhere in this recipe, and if you who are willing, if you see all the other recipes that we do, you're gonna see that seasoning come up a lot. Now, just a heads up in terms of how I kind of season things. I do a dash of that, and a pinch of this, and a splash of this. But you who are willing, in the description box below, you're gonna see a list of all of these ingredients in terms of what is used to season both the cream cheese kale stuffing and the hamburger meat, along with, of course, salt and pepper for our potato chips, homemade potato chips. Now, the reason why we do this is so that you can add your own little touch to it. So if one day you feel like you are in love with onions, for example, and you just really want a lot of onions, then please feel free to put more onions than you see me put in this recipe. In terms of if you want less salt, then please feel free to put less salt than you see me put in this recipe. But make this your own. Definitely make this recipe your own. Now, the seasonings that we're going to season for the cream cheese kale stuffing is going to be the exact way that we season our hamburger meat. Now, for that cream cheese kale stuffing, you're going to need cream cheese. Now, here's the tricky thing. A lot of cheese has things called rennet. A lot of rennet is actually animal-based, and of animals, pork-based. Now, you already know we don't deal with that here. So, you have to make sure that you see those symbols right there, that U and that D, those are two kosher symbols, meaning that the cheese that you saw do not have any pork in it, blood in it, and that it was kosher. What you also want to look for in the ingredients list is something called vegetable rennet or vegetable enzymes. This means that, of course, there's no animal products in your cheese, and that's the best way to go. Now, of course, you're going to need some kale. So that was the kale there. And vegetable broth. Now, this is going to help you mix everything in your blender, because your blender needs a little something to help mix up the vegetables that you're going to put in it, so that the blades don't get run out too much. So just a dash of that's going to add wonderful flavor. And also the green onions. Great. Now, we're going to use all portions of the green onions. You know, we try not to waste too much. So we're going to use the green onion part for the kale mixture, and the white part for the hamburger mixture. And we're going to need some garlic. Now, I'm going to talk you through this process. Now, you're going to see us season the in mixture or the kale cream cheese mixture on camera, but you won't see us season the hamburger mixture. That's off camera. So let me kind of just describe to you what's going on. So before I do that, you need potatoes for your potato chips. Look at me getting ahead of myself. Before you even touch the kale mixture or the hamburger, get your potatoes cut. Now, how we get our potatoes cut to make wonderful potato chips is that you just saw. You're gonna nice and thin. And when it slices it up nice and thin, and it gets to the end, be careful. We don't want you to cut yourself. So take a fork and kind of stick it into the end of the potato there and continue to slice it up nice and thin. So see, that's what we're talking about in terms of that nice thin potato cut. That's what we're talking about. Oh yeah. So cut all your potatoes up and then you'll be good to go. Set them aside once you're finished. Then we're going to work on that kale and cream cheese mixture. Now, all the seasoning that you see us season with the kale and cream cheese mixture, keep those there because that's the exact same seasonings that we're going to season with the hamburger. Once it's all dumped in there, you're going to see the kale dumped in there and the green onions that are dumped in there along with the seasoning. Look in your pantry, see if there's anything else that you want to kind of dump in there as well that helps add nutrition and flavor. So for us, we saw a can of mushrooms, organic mushrooms. So we washed the tops off of those and dumped that in as well. We blended that up into the Vitamix and did a dash of the vegetable broth, and it turned into this gloopy, gloppy, green, glumpy mixture. Now, once that's all finished, make sure once that's all finished, dump that into a plate. And this is when the cream cheese comes in. Take out your cream cheese and incorporate that into the green glumpy mixture on the plate. Don't put the cream cheese in the Vitamix. Oh goodness, no, don't do that. But incorporate the cream cheese via like a spoon or a fork, folding it in and out of that glumpy green mixture. Once that's all well incorporated, set that aside. You're gonna then season your meat the exact same way that you see us season the kale cream cheese mixture. Now, you see the green onions there? Yeah, the green parts were in the kale cream cheese mixture, but the white part, save those, because now that you're working with the meat, you're gonna take that white part and take it through the mandolin, just like you saw us take the potatoes through the mandolin. Those are gonna get you very nice thin slices of that, the white portions of the green onion. Incorporate that into the meat. It's gonna add wonderful flavor. So once the seasoning and the white portion of the green onions is well incorporated into the meat, here's when we start putting the kale cream cheese and the meat together. So you're gonna take a portion of your meat, you're gonna roll it into a nice ball. Then once it's all rolled into a nice ball, you're gonna flatten it with your hand ever so slightly. Get it all nice and flattened out with your hand, and then you're going to take a spoon of your cream cheese kale mixture and put a dollop in the center. Once you put a dollop in the center, fold your meat around that dollop and pinch it close with the edge of the meat. Now, once that's all finished, it's going to be like a mound of stuffy goodness inside the hamburger. That's what we want. And make sure you pinch it close, because when you fry it, the meat needs to cook. You know, it is meat. We don't want anybody to get sick now. But we also don't want the cream cheese kale mixture to ooze out of the hamburger either. So this is why you want to make sure it's pinched close. And if, for example, when you did that patting down of the patty and it wasn't big enough, you weren't able to do it big enough to fold over, simply lay that down, take another ball, roll it, pat it down, and put that on top of the stuffy goodness patty and pinch it closed around the edges. And that's how you do it. Those are going to then fry up. Once they're all done frying up, set them aside, and you're going to put the cheese on top of the hamburger that you want to put on it. So you'll see the cheese that we use here. We use Havarti. It's a Havarti Kobe pack combo. It's packaged together over at Costco. And again, it has vegetable rennet, and it is kosher. You'll see us point that out again. That's very important. Because after all, pork is not food, so you don't want that in terms of in your cheese. In addition to that, who doesn't like Havarti? It's Havarti. Who doesn't like Kobe? It's Kobe. Okay, I'm really sorry in the description box someone says, yeah, I don't like Havarti and I don't like Kobe, I'm sorry. I just cannot do this. Anywho, after those get all done frying up, it's gonna be wonderful. Set them aside. You'll see us have our hamburger set aside as well, and with a lid, with a clear lid on it. But that's how you do that portion. So now, as you can see, that is what that mixture, that kale cream cheese mixture, looks like before it goes to the blender. Again, if you have any random things laying around, like old spinach or something of that nature, not old, but like it's about to go, put that in there. Put that in there. Put anything in there that you think will help with its nutritional value. This is just what we put, so definitely make this recipe your own. But this is the green gloppy mixture that I was talking to you about. See? You can see why it's green gloppy mixture, because it's green and it's a gloppy mixture. So this is the Havarti and Kobe cheese I was telling you about. Packaged separately, it's one side is Havarti, one side's Kobe. But see that vegetable enzymes? That's what we're looking for. That means that there's no pork byproducts in there. And the Kobe is the same. Vegetable enzymes. Definitely check your cheese. Make sure that that's what it says. And there's another kosher symbol for you. So keep an eye out for those kosher symbols. They're going to be like about 5 different ones. But it should have a K or a U or a D. Some have a star in. Well, yeah, that's interesting. But definitely keep an eye out for that. Because pork just seems to be in everything, including bread. And you're going to see why we use this bread, Dave's Killer Bread. It's organic, non-GMO, and yes, it's kosher. And the reason why you want to check for that is because, like I said before, they literally put pork in everything. It makes you wonder. It seems like some folks may have taken crafty counsel. But I digress. So this bread is organic, non-GMO. It has no high fructose corn syrup. This stuff is great. And I know what you're all saying. You're gonna use regular bread for hamburgers or cheeseburgers in this case. Yes, okay. It is very hard to find organic, non-GMO hamburger buns. Like practically, well, I'm not gonna say impossible, because you can do anything with the Messiah. Hallelujah. Now, for the greens that we're gonna put on top of the burger is microgreens. Super nutritionally dense. So the first one that you saw was watercress, and this one's broccoli microgreens. And we just got this at our farmer. So stuff is great. And some folks in this house, particularly Mama and Daddy, they like mayonnaise. So rather than doing regular mayonnaise, we have veggies. Now, this is just vegetable mayonnaise. No animal products in it. Non-GMO. It's hard to find something like that organic, but it is soy free. So that's very important to us as well. You'll hear Mama talk about the things why we want to get soy free in a later video, you who are willing, on rolls. Wonderful rolls. Okay, now here's a close-up of the burger. Once it's all done and fried, look at it. Look at it. Look at that burger. It's just wonderful. Don't worry. You who are willing will taste it on camera and you'll get to see. Great stuff. Now I know what you're gonna say. Well, we see the bread, and if you want to put some butter on the bread, or in my case, I put a little coconut oil on the bread, and then feel free to do so. It's great. It adds an extra layer of flavor. There it is. Now it's missing something. What is it missing? Yes, you guessed it. Potato chips. Now here's a tip with the potato chips. You see how ours got a little bit brown there? If you dust it with arrowroot powder, it won't get that brown on you. So that's actually a good tip. We actually did that a few days ago. This is filmed a few months ago.
Right, so we are finished. The longest thing the thing that took the most amount of time were the potato chips. They came out great. All praise to the Most High Yahuwah Elohim. At least I like them. Really good. Mother Dear's had mayonnaise on it, which we used veggies, no soy veggies, and it's a really good brand we get, and it's non-GMO. Always good. It's topped with microgreens, very nutritious for you. It's broccoli microgreens and watercress, wonderful for you. And during the time that we were frying up the potatoes, we did actually Darius's method, except we didn't have foil, so we put a glass lid on top of the burger to help the cheese to melt and to keep all of the juices within the burger before it goes and, you know, dries out. So we're gonna give this a taste. We put some butter on the bread. Oh, it's raining. Yes. And I'm gonna put some chips on top and we're gonna give it a taste and see how it comes out. Yeah, that's good. You know, no, hallelujah. All praise the Most High Yahuwah Elohim. I'm usually a lot lighter on the salt, but it was a burger and potato chips, so did the best we could there. Also, I'm not very experienced with cooking with roast beef, or excuse me, I'm not very much experienced with cooking with ground beef in terms of making patties, so particularly stuffed patties. So I wanted to make sure that it was completely done, there was no red, so I zapped it in the microwave for 30 seconds just in case, because I ain't trying to play no games. Turned out great. Please try it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you like it, if you have another tweak on Darius's stuffed hamburgers. And I don't know, Darius, if you'll ever see this, but if you do, give this a try. It was inspired by you. Let us know how you like it. Alright, so this is a stuffed burger with kale and cream cheese. Oh. Topped with Havarti with microgreens. Alright, till next time, shalom.